Practice makes perfect, but practicing piano has never been easy, especially for kids. So for kids, when they practice alone, they feel it very inefficient. They feel it tedious and distracted. On the flip side, for parents, they might not be able to guide them because they are not musicians themselves. They might be busy. So this could be a problem for kids to lose interest. They might stop playing and eventually they might give up. This is as a hobby. So based on a lot of statistics and researchers out there, you can see that lack of practices are still the biggest problem when it comes to the music learning journey, especially for kids. So we built a platform, basically two apps to solve the problems. Number one, we make everything very easy to schedule online, to do the musician upload, to have the during class live annotation, to have the post-class progress tracker. Number two, we have a physical customized webcam to allow the students to share the hand posturing during the class to the tutors. Number three, we have a pool of experienced professional tutors that help the students in this particular field. So the market size is huge, based on our estimation, easily up to 10 billion in Southeast Asia alone. Our business model is very simple. We are B2C model. Our users are students, kids are our customer who paid money are parents. The pricing package is set to be 20% cheaper than the traditional market. The whole package has to be paid packages, 20 sessions, 50 sessions, 100 sessions. So there are a lot of things we want to further broaden our value propositions. There are many things we want to do as a product. So the first thing we want to launch very, very soon is our gamification. We want to make sure that the kids, they can practice, they can learn the music, especially the piano, in a more fun and interactive way. And also we want to focus on the learning contents to be embedded in the product side, and as well as to connect offline activities to the online as well. Quality of tutors are very essential to make sure the model will be very successful as well. So currently we are raising 250,000 at 10% equity. So the main proceeds are going to be used in investments such as marketing, product, and city expansion. So we have a right mix of passion and experience. For me, I'm very fortunate to work for a tech company, grew from seed stage to Series A, from 30 staff to 130 staff. Jacqueline, she is the piano teacher for over 10 years. She worked at the Bentley Music, one of the top music learning school in Kuala Lumpur. Natasha, who used to be study at the Oxford MBA, and then who worked at the Tencent as a product manager, who will be our chief of product officer as well. So our mission is trying to make every practice counts. Thanks.
Thank you, Jit.
Thank you.
Jit, why don't I start with the first question? I was actually a concert pianist when I was younger, and at high school I had 40 students. The last thing I want is to teach a student, see him once a week, and then for the next 6 days, he's practicing with another tutor who disagrees with my style or interpretation of the music. How do you solve this issue?
Yeah, so basically we will categorize the different type of students based on their teaching plans, and then we will match them with different tutors that we have. And then basically we don't want to disrupting the current teaching plan that they have, but we want to complementing. So the whole mission is trying to make sure that they catch up with the current teaching plan, and then to making sure that they can learn in a more efficient way.
Thank you.
It's very interesting that this tutoring on the piano is very niche product, right? Do you have any further plan to continue the partnership with a tech operator in Southeast Asia, or you imagine to build it alone?
Well, so far we want to laser focus to only focus on piano, but once we have the branding, we want to expand to other revenue verticals such as other musical instruments like guitar, violin, etc., etc. We don't see any other direct competitors in Southeast Asia yet, so I'm not sure how to comes to the talking with the corporation stuff. But we are not disrupting the current traditional one, but we are creating a new category. But we're happy to talk to any kind of corporation as well.
Actually, it's quite interesting because just a few days back, I was actually learning about Floki, which is, I believe, going to be one of your competitors as well. But I noticed that you have a different model where you use instructors instead of and fully automated online video-based kind of learning, right? Why did you choose that approach? And number two, why, like if you see the flow key method, they can always drop down their costs and keep on producing more content. So I see, like a better way or more advantage towards that process and that business model comparing to an instructor-based model. As Dr. Paul said earlier, there might be other kind of conflicts that will be coming up in future. Why you decide to go with the instructor model instead of an online video-based content model?
We believe that the kids' attention span are very, very minimal, especially because our target user are basically from 5-year-old to the 15-year-old. So this age group of users, they are probably have a lesser attention span. They need a real tutor to be really engaging with them, to teach them, to guide them along. So I think that when it comes to video contents on the online, it's really hard for kids to be really focused in this area. So I think that the best way is still with the tutors.
Okay, understood.
Okay, Jet. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, yes, please.
Yeah,
Hi,
one
Sajid.
question, please. Yeah. How many paying students do you have presently?
Sorry, can come again?
How many paying students do you have presently? How many customer base? What's your customer base?
Okay, we just launched like last month, and then we see quite a good traction, and then we have a free trial of 30 over, and then we have 15 paid students right now, and then so far churn rate is 0%. They are pretty happy with it for two reasons. Number one, they are happy with the app style. Online education is very convenient. They can learn everything from home. The second reason is with the tutor. So once the kids are sticking with this tutor, they're less likely for them to switch to another platform or switch to another tutor as well.
I think so. COVID has been good for you.
I'm sorry?
COVID has been good for you.
You mean the traction is good for me?
Yeah, COVID, because a lot of kids are at home and they like to play, learn from home. Present lockdown situation.
Yeah, surprisingly, the parents are quite, they can accept this very, very positively so far.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any questions else?
One question.
Yes, please.
So I can see this is a very niche. It's a piano practice application, and for instructor to provide this training to anyone who want to learn this piano practice. You have any other expansion from let's say currently it is a practice, you providing a practice platform for this application, but you have like other kind of maybe like performance performers for them booking or like piano performer, things like that. I mean, do you have things to generate more income revenue for this one? I just to get from how you run this.
So we want to be really focused on just focus on one revenue stream, which is coming from the online tutoring. Right now, we're focusing only piano, but moving down the road, 1.5 years or 2 years later, we will expand to other musical instruments. But I think that it's very important for us as a startup, as a company, to be really focused on getting one thing done and get it done really, really good. So right now, we just focus on online tutoring.
Jit, I just want to say that a few judges may think this is niche, but for somebody like me, a Chinese family, every Chinese family puts their kids through music, and they all put their kids through piano. And please, may I beg the next generation, do not learn piano. It's not an orchestral instrument. It's not going to get you enough marks to get into university. Learn something like piccolo or tuba, right? That is required by any university orchestra.